Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we are taking a fascinating journey into American numismatic history with a coin that is both symbolic and collectible. The United States of America $quarter coin, issued to commemorate the nation's bicentennial from 1776 to 1976. At first glance, it might seem like a standard quarter, but this coin carries with it a unique story of design, historical significance, and collector appeal that makes it stand out in any collection. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this special bicentennial quarter is more than just 25 cents, it's a piece of American heritage. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter was issued as part of a nationwide celebration of 200 years of American independence. Unlike standard quarters, the bicentennial coin features a reverse design created by Jack L. Ahr, which showcases a colonial drummer surrounded by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. This imagery was chosen to honor the courage, determination, and spirit of the American Revolution. The obverse continues to feature the classic profile of President George Washington, but with the dual dates 1776 to 1976 replacing the usual single year of minting. This dual date design instantly identifies it as a special commemorative issue, making it a coin that carries historical significance beyond its face value. One of the most interesting aspects of the bicentennial quarter is that it was issued for circulation in massive numbers, but its unique design and commemorative status have made certain examples highly sought after by collectors. Millions of these quarters were produced by the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and a smaller number were struck as special silver-clad collector coins, adding a layer of rarity. Coins that were kept in uncirculated condition or as part of proof sets are becoming increasingly difficult to find in perfect shape, which makes them extremely desirable for those who appreciate both history and numismatic artistry. Collectors are particularly drawn to minting errors and anomalies in these coins. Some bicentennial quarters display die cracks, where small raised lines appear due to a crack in the minting die, or doubled dies, which create a slight duplication of letters or design elements. Off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned on the coin's surface, are another exciting variation. Each of these errors creates a one-of-a-kind coin that stands out from standard issues, and owning such a coin is like holding a piece of minting history that tells a story about the production process and the challenges of coin making. The bicentennial quarter also holds a special place in the history of American coinage. The United States Mint struck these quarters as part of a nationwide initiative to celebrate 2 centuries of independence, and they are part of a broader series of commemorative coins issued in 1975 and 1976, including half dollars and dollars. While standard quarters from other years were composed of copper-nickel clad, a limited number of bicentennial quarters were struck in 40% silver for collectors, creating an additional layer of rarity and value. For collectors, these silver-clad quarters are especially prized because they combine historical significance with intrinsic precious metal content. Condition plays a critical role in determining the value of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. Coins that retain their original mint luster, with sharp details on the drummer, stars, and Washington's profile, are far more valuable than circulated examples. Even coins with attractive toning or minimal contact marks can command attention among collectors. Proof coins, struck with polished dies and mirror-like finishes, are particularly desirable because they were created specifically for collectors, and their limited numbers and flawless appearance make them stand out in any collection. Historical and cultural significance also adds to the allure of the bicentennial quarter. This coin is not just currency, it is a tangible link to the spirit of 1976, a year when Americans celebrated the nation's independence with parades, fireworks, and commemorative memorabilia. Owning a bicentennial quarter allows collectors to hold a piece of that celebratory moment in their hands, a small but powerful reminder of the nation's journey and heritage. For many, these coins represent patriotism, pride, and the artistry of American minting, making them much more than just pocket change. Now let's talk about the real-world value of this remarkable coin. A circulated 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter in average condition generally holds its face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated coins with full mint luster typically sell for between $2 and $5. Silver-clad collector examples, especially those preserved in proof or uncirculated sets, can command anywhere from $10 to $20. Coins with minting errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or noticeable die cracks can sell for $50 to $100, depending on the rarity and visual appeal of the error. Particularly striking examples may even fetch more at specialized auctions, attracting serious collectors and numismatic enthusiasts. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter is a perfect example of how a coin, even one intended for mass circulation, can evolve into a collectible treasure. Its combination of iconic design, historical significance, and potential for rare minting anomalies makes it highly appealing for collectors at all levels. Whether you are building a comprehensive quarter collection, hunting for unique errors, or simply appreciating the artistry and history of U.S. coinage, this coin offers excitement, beauty, and tangible value. Holding one is like holding a small piece of American history, modest in size but rich in story, artistry, and collectible potential. Second rare coin, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States of America $quarter coin from 1967. While it may seem like an ordinary circulation coin at first glance, this quarter has layers of history, artistry, and collectible value that make it a must-know for coin lovers. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why the 1967 quarter is much more than 25 cents. The 1967 Washington quarter was produced during a transitional period in U.S. coinage. Struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, this quarter is composed of the standard copper-nickel clad that had replaced silver coins in circulation after 1965. This change came about due to the rising price of silver, which led the mint to move to more cost-effective materials. Even though it no longer contained silver, the design maintained the iconic artistry that collectors have loved for decades. On the obverse, you'll find George Washington's distinguished profile, crafted by John Flanagan, featuring crisp details in the hair, eyes, and jawline. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, with the date 1967 below. The reverse depicts a proud American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing both strength and peace. The eagle's feathers and the arrow's detail are surprisingly intricate for a coin meant for everyday circulation, and this artistry makes the 1967 quarter visually appealing to collectors. What sets the 1967 quarter apart from other quarters is the story of its rarity in uncirculated and special condition forms. Millions of these coins were produced, so finding a circulated example is easy, but discovering one in pristine condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Coins that retain full mint luster, with sharp details on Washington's profile and the eagle's feathers, are highly prized. Even minor wear or scratches can reduce a coin's value significantly, so collectors pay close attention to the coin's condition when adding it to their collections. Minting errors are another fascinating aspect of the 1967 quarter. Some coins from this year show doubled dies, where parts of the inscriptions or design elements appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment during striking. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design isn't perfectly centered, are also seen among collectors' examples. Other anomalies, such as die cracks, where small raised lines appear due to a damaged die, make certain coins stand out even more. Each of these errors creates a one-of-a-kind collectible that tells a story about the minting process itself. For collectors, finding an error coin is like uncovering a hidden treasure, rare, unique, and full of character. The 1967 quarter also has a historical context that adds to its appeal. It was minted during a tumultuous period in American history, a time of cultural change, civil rights movements, and technological advancement. Owning this coin is like holding a small piece of that era in your hand, connecting collectors to a tangible piece of U.S. history. It bridges the past and present, preserving the artistry of John Flanagan's original design while reflecting the evolution of American currency. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of the 1967 quarter. Circulated coins, even though they're common, still hold interest for collectors seeking to complete date and mint mark sets. Uncirculated coins, especially those with full original mint luster and sharp details, are much more valuable. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC can command higher prices because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. Proof versions, although rarer than circulation strikes, were created for collectors with a mirror-like finish and exceptional detail, making them highly sought after. The 1967 quarter also offers opportunities for collectors to find unique pieces. Some coins exhibit die doubling on the date or lettering, which can dramatically increase their value. Off-center strikes or coins with minor planchet flaws are especially interesting because they're one-of-a-kind examples that can't be reproduced. These anomalies make the 1967 quarter exciting for both novice and experienced collectors, combining the thrill of discovery with historical significance. Now, let's talk about real-world value. A standard circulated 1967 Washington quarter typically holds its face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated examples generally sell for $3 to $10 in the collector market, depending on their condition. Professionally graded coins with perfect mint luster can sell for $20 to $50. Coins with notable minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks, can fetch between $75 and $100 or more at specialized auctions, depending on rarity and visual appeal. Collectors who are patient and know what to look for can find some truly valuable treasures in these coins. The 1967 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how an everyday coin can hold historical significance, artistic merit, and collectible value all at once. Its iconic design, historical context, and the potential for unique minting errors make it a coin that appeals to collectors of all levels. Whether you're building a comprehensive Washington quarter set, hunting for mint errors, or simply appreciating the artistry and history of American coinage, this coin offers excitement, beauty, and tangible value. Holding one is like holding a piece of the past in your hand, modest in size but rich in story, detail, and collectible potential. Third expensive coin, we're exploring a fascinating coin from the United States, the 1988 Denver Mint Quarter Dollar, also known as the 1988 D Washington Quarter. At first glance, this may seem like a common circulation coin, but if you're a collector or someone passionate about coins, you'll quickly realize that there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why the 1988 D quarter is a coin worth paying attention to. The 1988 D quarter comes from a period in U.S. coinage when the Washington quarter had already been a familiar face in everyday life for decades. The obverse of the coin, featuring John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington, remains a symbol of American history and pride. Liberty is prominently displayed above Washington's head, while "In God We Trust" and the date 1988 are etched with precision on the coin. The D Mint mark below the date signifies that this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main production facilities for U.S. coins. On the reverse, the classic eagle design holds its place, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of America's readiness for defense and desire for peace. Even though this design had been used for decades, collectors are drawn to the intricate detailing of the feathers, the texture of the eagle, and the sharpness of the strike, which can vary from coin to coin. While millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, what makes the 1988 D quarter special is the combination of condition, rarity in certain forms, and the potential for errors. Most circulated examples will show signs of wear, with minor scratches and fading details. However, uncirculated examples, especially those preserved with their original mint luster, are becoming increasingly desirable. Coins with no contact marks, sharp rims, and clear details of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers are considered highly collectible. For collectors, the difference between a coin that is moderately worn and one that is pristine can translate into a significant jump in value, Minting errors are another fascinating aspect of the 1988 D-quarter that appeals to collectors. Some coins exhibit double dies, where parts of the lettering or design appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment during the minting process. Others may show off-center strikes, small die cracks, or planchet flaws. These anomalies are rare, and each error coin is essentially a one-of-a-kind collectible. For a collector, discovering a mint error in a coin that was otherwise meant for everyday circulation is like finding a hidden treasure. It tells a story about the coin's journey through the mint and the complexities of coin production. The 1988 D-quarter also represents an interesting period in U.S. numismatic history. By the late 1980s, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned fully from silver coins to copper-nickel-clad quarters for circulation, yet collectors still sought coins that reflected precision and quality. The 1988 D is a great example of how even standard circulation coins can hold numismatic value if preserved carefully. It also highlights the continued appeal of the classic Washington quarter design, which has remained largely unchanged for decades and is recognized worldwide. Collectors also appreciate the 1988 D-quarter for its potential to be part of a complete Denver Mint set or a comprehensive Washington quarter collection. Coins from this year can complement older quarters or serve as a bridge to more modern issues. Additionally, coins with unique characteristics, such as enhanced luster or minor striking differences, can stand out in a collection and attract attention from fellow numismatists. For error hunters, the 1988 D provides opportunities to find die variations and mint anomalies that are becoming increasingly rare in today's market. Condition is always key when it comes to value. While most circulated 1988 D quarters are worth their face value, uncirculated examples with full original luster can fetch a premium. Proof versions, although limited compared to circulation strikes, are prized for their mirror-like finish and sharp details. Coins with minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies, can attract even higher prices due to their rarity and uniqueness. Collectors who understand these nuances know that a single well-preserved or error coin can be significantly more valuable than thousands of standard circulated coins. Now, let's talk about the real-world market value. A circulated 1988 D Washington quarter generally holds its face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated examples in excellent condition typically sell for $1 to $3 in the collector market. Proof coins or specially preserved examples can command anywhere from $5 to $10. If you are lucky enough to find a 1988 D quarter with a notable minting error, such as an off-center strike or double die, it could be worth between $20 and $50 or even more at auction, depending on the severity and visual appeal of the error. The 1988 D Washington quarter is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can hold layers of history, artistry, and collectible potential. Its iconic design, historical context, and the possibility of unique minting errors make it highly appealing for collectors at all levels. Whether you are building a full Washington quarter collection, hunting for mint errors, or simply enjoying the history and design of U.S. coins, this quarter offers excitement, beauty, and tangible value. Holding one is like holding a small piece of American history, modest in size but rich in story, artistry, and collectible potential. Especially, we are diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States of America $quarter coin from 1971, minted at the Denver Mint, commonly known as the 1971 D Washington quarter. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary circulation coin, but for coin lovers and collectors, this quarter offers layers of history, artistry, and collectible appeal that make it a must-have for any serious collection. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this 1971 D quarter is more than just 25 cents. The 1971 D Washington quarter was produced during an interesting period in U.S. coinage history. This was just a few years after the transition from silver to copper-nickel-clad quarters in 1965. While the silver coins were phased out of circulation due to rising silver prices, the design of the Washington quarter remained iconic and beloved. On the obverse of the coin, you will find John Flanagan classic portrait of George Washington. The portrait captures Washington's dignified profile with intricate details in his hair, eyes, and facial features. Above the portrait, the word, Liberty, is prominently displayed, while, In God We Trust, and the date 1971 are etched below. The D Mint mark under the date signifies its origin at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities producing U.S. coinage at that time. Flipping the coin reveals the reverse, featuring the classic American eagle design. The eagle perches on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing defense and vigilance, with an olive branch beneath, representing peace. The detailing on the eagle's feathers, the arrows, and the olive branch is a testament to the precision of minting techniques during this era. Even though this coin was intended for everyday use, the artistry and intricate design have made it highly appealing to collectors. While the 1971 D quarter was produced in large numbers, over hundreds of millions, its value lies not in sheer rarity but in condition and unique minting characteristics. Circulated examples are common, but uncirculated specimens, which retain full mint luster and sharp detail, are increasingly sought after. Coins that show no signs of wear, with clear, sharp lines and original luster, can stand out in a collection and command a premium among collectors. In addition, certain coins from this year may exhibit subtle differences in striking quality, such as full detail on Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers, making them more desirable for collectors aiming to assemble a top-quality set. Another aspect that adds excitement to the 1971 D quarter is the possibility of minting errors. Some coins from this year have been found with doubled dies, where parts of the design, lettering, or numbers appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment during striking. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet flaws are also occasionally observed. These anomalies are rare and can make a coin significantly more valuable. Collectors love error coins because each one is a one-of-a-kind piece that tells a story about the minting process and stands out from the millions of regular circulation coins. Finding a 1971 D quarter with a noticeable error is like discovering a hidden treasure, and it adds a thrilling element of discovery for numismatists of all levels. Historically, the 1971 quarter also reflects the culture and economy of the early 1970s in America. This was a period of social change and innovation, and coins from this era carry the legacy of that time. Owning a 1971 D quarter isn't just about monetary value, it's about holding a small piece of history that has survived over 50 years. Its design captures the enduring symbol of George Washington and the nation's ideals, bridging the past and the present for collectors who appreciate both artistry and historical significance. Condition is crucial when it comes to determining the coin's value. Circulated coins are typically worth their face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated examples can command higher prices, especially those graded professionally by PCGS or NGC. These graded coins assure collectors of the coin's authenticity and condition, and they often fetch premiums in auctions or private sales. Proof-like versions, though rare for circulation coins, are especially prized for their mirror-like finish and sharp detail. Error coins, whether they feature doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can attract even higher interest due to their rarity and uniqueness. Now, let's discuss the real-world market value. A standard circulated 1971 D Washington quarter typically holds its face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated examples in excellent condition can sell for $1 to $5 depending on their preservation and eye appeal. Coins graded with professional mint condition verification can range between $5 and $10, while quarters with noticeable minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks, can reach between $25 and $75 or more at auction, depending on rarity and collector demand. The 1971 D Washington quarter perfectly illustrates how a seemingly ordinary circulation coin can carry history, artistry, and collectible potential all at once. Its classic design, historical context, and the opportunity for unique minting errors make it a compelling coin for collectors at all levels. Whether you are completing a full Washington quarter collection, hunting for error coins, or simply appreciating the history and design of American coinage, this quarter offers excitement, beauty, and tangible value. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of American heritage, small in size, yet rich with story, detail, and numismatic significance. Last unique coin, we are turning our attention to a modern yet highly collectible piece of American numismatic history, the United States of America $quarter coin from 1998, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1998 P. Washington quarter. While it may seem like just another everyday circulation coin, this quarter has a lot more to offer for collectors, history buffs, and coin enthusiasts than meets the eye. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll see why the 1998 P quarter is more than just 25 cents. The 1998 P Washington quarter comes from the ongoing series of Washington quarters that have been circulating since 1932. The obverse of the coin features John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington. This design captures Washington's distinguished profile with remarkable detail: his hair, the contours of his face, and the sharp engraving of his coat and cravat. Above his portrait, Liberty is clearly inscribed, while "In God We Trust" runs along the left side of the coin, and the date 1998 appears prominently beneath the image. The P Mint mark, located just under the date, signifies that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the original home of U.S. coinage and still one of the most respected facilities in the nation. On the reverse, the familiar heraldic eagle design dominates, wings outstretched, clutching a bundle of arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other. This imagery is symbolic of the nation's dual focus on peace and readiness for defense. The eagle's feathers, the arrows, and the intricate detailing of the olive branch are meticulously engraved, reflecting the precision of modern minting technology. Even though the 1998 P quarter is a relatively recent coin, the level of detail and quality of the strike make it visually appealing for both casual collectors and serious numismatists. While millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, the 1998 P quarter can be a hidden gem for collectors when found in uncirculated condition or as a coin with unique minting characteristics. Most examples in general circulation show normal wear, with slight fading on Washington's profile and the eagle's features. However, coins that retain full original luster, sharp details, and no contact marks are considered highly desirable. Collectors often seek out these pristine examples because they represent the coin in its original state as it left the mint, making them valuable additions to any collection. Errors and varieties make the 1998 P Washington quarter even more exciting for collectors. Some coins from this year exhibit doubled dies, where letters or numerals appear slightly duplicated due to die misalignment during striking. Others may have off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet anomalies. Each of these errors is rare and essentially one of a kind, making error coins extremely appealing to collectors. For instance, a quarter with a noticeable doubled die on the obverse or reverse could immediately stand out in a collection and attract attention at auctions. These minting quirks not only increase the coin's value but also tell a fascinating story about the production process at the mint. The 1998 P quarter is also historically interesting, as it represents the continuation of the Philadelphia Mint's long-standing role in producing the nation's coinage. Unlike many older quarters, which were struck in silver or copper nickel clad with different technologies, the 1998 P was produced using modern minting methods that ensure consistency, high-quality detail, and durability for circulation. Yet even with modern production, no two coins are perfectly identical, which is why collectors often focus on coins with exceptional strike quality, uncirculated luster, or unusual minting anomalies. Condition is a major factor when it comes to collecting and valuing this coin. Circulated examples are common and typically hold their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated specimens with sharp details and original luster can command a premium among collectors. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC are particularly sought after because their authenticity and condition are verified, giving buyers confidence in their investment. Error coins, as mentioned, can be even more valuable due to their rarity and unique characteristics. Now let's discuss the real-world market value. Standard circulated 1998 P Washington quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated examples in excellent condition generally sell for $1 to $3 in the collector market. Professionally graded coins or those with exceptional eye appeal can fetch $5 to $10. For quarters with notable minting errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, auction values can range from $20 to $50 or more, depending on the severity of the error and the interest of collectors. The 1998 P. Washington quarter proves that even modern circulation coins can carry historical significance, beauty, and collectible value. Its classic design, connection to the Philadelphia Mint, and potential for rare errors make it an exciting coin for collectors at all levels. Whether you are building a complete Washington quarter collection, hunting for mint errors, or simply appreciating the artistry and history of American coins, this quarter offers intrigue, educational value, and tangible collector appeal. Holding a 1998 P quarter is like holding a small piece of contemporary numismatic history, modest in size, yet rich in story, artistry, and the excitement of the hunt.